Hey there, Exiles. Tonight I would like to present one of my favorite builds I've ever played, and arguably one of the most complete builds that I've ever played, the Poison VLS Pathfinder. I'm going to run a map, and then afterwards I will talk about the build and some of the different synergistic utilities that I'm using. Oh, hold on. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, we'll take the Empower. We'll run this temple for demo then. Doriani's, Conduit, Corruption. Oh shit, double corrupt. I need to double corrupt something. Okay. Maybe I won't record this one. I double corrupt my amulet, maybe? I do. Wait, do I need the strength? No, this is 121 dex. Okay. We're gonna double corrupt the amulet. Let's see what happens. We're gonna do Doriani's first, though. Wait, okay. Lapidary lens. Let's see what happens. Damn, -1 feels bad. Okay. Wait, double? Double lapidary lens? Shit, I don't have anything to corrupt. Shit, I don't have anything to corrupt. Risk it for the enlighten? Alright. Fuck it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna risk it for the enlighten. Your boy might have to spend a little bit for a budget enlighten after this, but fuck it. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's toast. Okay, now we go for the locus, which is down and to the right. Or no, wait, I should kill the Omnitect and then go to the double corrupt my amulet. Okay. Maybe I was just buy something cheap. Damn, I wish I still had the clean jewel. Okay, okay, let's see, what am I gonna double corrupt? Fuck it, we're gonna do the amulet. Why not? It's only a couple divs, I guess. Just quick double check. Grace is 1.5. Alright. We're doing it. Wait, no. I guess I do actually need the stats for this. I can't double corrupt it. Fuck. I guess Winter Weave. Oof. F. Major F. Alright, we gotta buy another Winter Weave. Corrupted, no. $40 chaos. Reasonable rate. Ooh, 30 chaos. 13. Flat's a little bit worse. What about these? What are the rolls on these? 13 to 30, 15 to 25, 14 to 29, 13 to 30. Buy this one. 40 cows. Oof, major F on this one. Damn, that was like the worst temple ever, and I recorded everything. Well, okay, I mean, I guess I could still talk about the character. So this is a Vol Lightning Strike Pathfinder. I'm doing poison damage primarily, using a pneumatic dagger to be able to poison with all my flat elemental. Just getting a fresh winter weave here as I bricked my old one. TYGL. Okay, so I'm playing a Vol Poison Strike, or Vol Poison Lightning Strike Pathfinder. And yeah, so pneumatic dagger, which lets all damage with hits with this weapon poison. So all the flat elemental damage from lightning strike, from my rings, from my gloves, etc. This all adds to my poison damage. Then for my primary defense, I'm converting about 83% of physical damage from hits taken to elemental. And then with Dawnbreaker, I'm converting, about a third of each damage type to fire. And then with Purity Fire, I have 80% fire resistance. Then I'm also using Arctic Armor, because with Lightning Strike, the majority of the time of when you're getting hit is when you're standing still to attack. So with, the majority of this damage converted to fire with Arctic Armor, I'm converting both the physical part as well as the primarily fire conversion part. Of course, I have Taste of Hate, and then also Soul of Lunaris here. So I take reduced elemental damage taken if hit recently. And then I have triple elemental flasks with permanent uptime, as well as Taste of Hate, of course, which contributes to my Fizz taken as elemental. So every time I get hit, I'm not only getting flasks, I am taking reduced damage, which is the majority of the damage I take. So my one-shot protection is very high. Then, let's see, I also have a good amount of evasion. In fact, I can even switch over to a PowerPoint here. So let's go through the summary of the character here. So the main concept of this character is I wanted something that was tanky enough to push for 100, but was also fast, fun, and like looked cool / was fun to play. So for my defense, like I said, the majority of it is converting about 81 or maybe 83 now percentage of physical taken as elemental. And then about a third of all of that is converted to fire. So when I run Purity of Fire, I have 80% maximum fire resistance. Then Arctic Armor helps mitigate both the unconverted damage as well as the converted damage. And then for layers of defense, I have, I guess, closer to 72% evasion now, 25 to 27% elusive on average, as well as 44% block. So these are 3 layers of defense between the enemy actually hitting me. So should they pass through these 3 layers, I still have the very strong Phys taken as elemental as well as Arctic Armor mitigation to help protect me from one-shots. But then, of course, with the Flagellant Flasks and Master Surgeon, every time I get hit, I get healed for approximately 18% of my maximum life. Then I also have 100% spell suppression. Then, of course, Inaris for the reduced LA damage taken, as well as avoidance and physical damage reduction. Now, in terms of speed, we're utilizing the reverse chill along with self chill as I'm a poison build. So that's the Winter Weave, Ice Fang Orbit, and Golden Rule. So each poison I inflict is reflected back to me, and also gives me chaos resistance. So that puts us at about 27 to 29% action speed. Then I also have 5% action speed in my boots, as well as Onslaught and super Quicksilver scaling, as I am a Pathfinder. Now, in terms of damage, we are a dagger build with the pneumatics. So, of course, we scale Nightblade as well as Flat Elemental. So we utilize items like the Blizzard Crown, Double Corruptions on rings, Temple Mod on gloves, then also the Mantra of Flames to stack flat damage per buff and aura that we have. This specifically refers to the buffs and auras with a green perimeter. This is stuff like Onslaught, Elusive, Alchemist Genius, etc. So the more kind of temporary green buffs you can stack, the better Mantra will be. Now, in terms of clusters, I'm getting all of my Wither from clusters using Eternal Suffering. So this basically lets you cap at 5 stacks constantly, gives you a 50% chance to apply Wither to enemies with 5 or fewer stacks. So you basically trade getting, more than 5 for having basically 5 permanently. And then I also utilize the Disease Vector notable, which makes poisoned enemies can't regen. So this is a hard counter for the Maven Heal, for certain Arch Nemesis mods, for the Consecrated Ground maps. This is great because basically any enemy that I poison cannot regenerate life. So this is not only a pseudo DPS modifier, it is also just a massive QOL modifier for completely nerfing Maven Heals and that sort of thing. I also have an Ailment Duration Craft on my helmet, which really helps with single target DPS. I self-cast Despair for the full effect of Doom, and since the only time I really need that extra damage boost is on single target, it's a simple matter to just, pop my focus and then cast Despair. Now, I am using an All Neck for Grace. This could be swapped for a Ungol's Harmony, or, even something like Ulnatol's Embrace, or maybe a Damage or Owl Neck. But the goal of this character is to push for 100, so I'm opting for EHP over damage. Now, the primary weaknesses of this build are low regen. There are just limited options as a right side build. I was able to get a little bit with my Lethal Pride and then some on my cluster, but it's only about 1.6%. Chaos resistance, I was having a lot of trouble with, but I was able to recraft my boots, belt, and gloves. So now I have about 65% chaos resistance passively, and then it's of course capped with my golden rule while clearing. Now degens are still the biggest weakness, as we lack a major modifier to health regen. I added Holy Relic as a cast on crit with my Whirling Blades. That's about 150 life regen, so that does help, but still, degens are one of the major weaknesses. I mean, as long as I'm hitting something and leeching something, it's not so bad, but I'm only having about 200, 300 life regen, so degens are extremely dangerous. I'm still using the fairly dense passive tree here. We see the Lethal Pride. This one has 10% physical damage taken as elemental, as well as endurance charge on kill and some regen. So this is basically how I cap my strength for the Dawnbreaker shield. You could swap something like this for a Brutal Restraint, potentially get Onslaught, Alchemist Genius, or Effect, etc., rather than this more defensive option. But like I said earlier, the goal of this character is to be as tanky as possible so I can push 100. I've gotten to 98, basically just farming maps. I very rarely die. I only died once from 96 to 97. With the Fizz mitigation, you're very resilient against one-shots, and the nature of the build, you move quickly and proliferate poison, so mobs tend to die quickly. I path up here for ailment effect, as well as anointing this node, rather than something that's maybe more damage oriented. Also have these nodes down here for ailment effect. Puts me at about 29% action speed. Overall, this is just a very strong, very fast character, primarily designed for just mapping, but with a couple swaps, you could probably about double your single target damage, and I think eventually I will still be using this character to do the influenced Atlas grind, which is killing Shaper Guardians and that sort of thing. Just something that Poison excels at. So I will put my POB and all of that below the video. I appreciate everyone watching and following along with the build. This has been a really fun one, and I'm curious to see how far I can push this. I'm actually about halfway to my Headhunter right now, so if I can sell a couple items, I'll be able to get that completed. But overall, I just want to say thanks, and I appreciate any likes, follows, comments, that sort of thing. If you have any questions about the build, or maybe even my previous build, I'll be happy to answer. So thanks, and see you next time.